Today, I want to talk about something that's on a lot of minds. Why has Bitcoin been sliding these past few months? And what does the path forward looks like from here? Bitcoin is down significantly from its all-time high around 126K last fall. As of mid 2026, it's hovering around $50,000 to $60,000 mark. It has shredded roughly 50% of its peak value. A lot of people are feeling the pain and what's going on. The primary reason that I have figured out is capital rotation in the AI trade. The biggest driver I see is simple. Money is rotating hard into the AI narrative. Investors and institutions are pulling capital from Bitcoin and other crypto assets and pouring it into anything tied to artificial intelligence. So whether it is data centers, infrastructure commodities, memory stocks, semiconductors, or the big upcoming IPOs. The most expected IPO that recently happened was SpaceX, but the crowd is expecting the next big of Anthropic and OpenAI also. So these are shiny and story-driven opportunities that feel like the next big thing right now. When capital chases clear growth stories with near-term catalyst and gets deprioritized. That has been the history. ETF flows from Bitcoin funds have been heavy, while stocks and themes keep attracting fresh flow. Money is flowing in opposite direction as AI funds pull into fresh capital month after month. Bitcoin ETFs are seeing steady outflows, as you can see from the trend of the months. This isn't the only reason. There are macro factors, profit taking, regulatory noise, and deleveraging at play. But AI rotation feels like the dominant force sucking oxygen out of the room right now. Another reason is the psychological reason behind this rotation happening. This is the recency bias and the herd mentality. Underneath the capital flow is a classical human psychology. People love to invest in what has been working recently. It's the flavor of the day and recency bias on steroids combined with herd mentality. So because of that, Bitcoin has been going down and AI stocks have been going up. This happened in every cycle. Markets are auction driven, especially crypto, which trades 24/7 across every continent. That accentuates moves in both the direction, sharp up and sharp down. Most people ignore it, but Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger has taught us that the investing is a business of watching the paint dry on the wall. It is not about constant activity. Sometimes the best move is doing almost nothing at all. You need patience. You need to be able to sit with an asset through the boring or the painful periods. You truly learn about a business or an investment like Bitcoin only after you own it and live with it. That's when you build real conviction. So another concept that these two gentlemen have been talking about since decades is acting in the circle of competence. If you have been following Bitcoin for a while, or if you are watching this video because something about it resonates, there is a good chance it already falls inside your circle of competence. Don't abandon that just because the herd is running towards the latest hot narrative. In a volatile market, steady staying is required. Coin price swings are real and can be brutal because it's a pure auction-driven market with high liquidity and leverage. But if you understand the underlying thesis, you can rise above the noise, and the thesis always has been the same. The scarcity, non-sovereign store of value, a role even in the AI-driven future, which I see that it will continue to play. Another thing that I have learned from Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger and Monish Pabrai, who is also a disciple of these two gentlemen, that life has a way of changing overnight. Markets go from very good to very bad and from very bad to very good, faster than most expect. The people who do well long-term are the ones who ignore the daily headlines, stick to their mental models and avoid chasing and or panicking with the crowd. So when will the market go up, especially the Bitcoin market, which is the question in everybody's mind? And the answer is that I don't have a crystal ball or the exact bottom or the exact week it turns, but historic and logic suggest these rotations are temporary. The AI hype will mature, IPO excitement will digest, and capital will eventually look for the next opportunity. Bitcoin's fundamentals haven't changed. Still, the supply is fixed 21 million and the network is proven and it is growing with institutional rails also. So for those who stay patient, watch the paint dry and operate inside their circle of competence, these periods of weakness often have been the setup for the strongest recoveries. So the bottom line is that don't run like a headless chicken following the masses. If Bitcoin is in your wheelhouse, hold the line with your eyes on the long game. The accentuated volatility is the price of admission in this market, but for those who can handle it, the upside has always rewarded the patient. What do you think? Are you going to stay steady or feel the rotation pull? Drop your thoughts below. And if you are somebody who is looking to store Bitcoin for the long term, for their retirement, or to get freedom early, I would like to chat with you if you are having double minds whether to sell it or buy it. So everything is there in the description below. So hold the line.